So what is the best iRobot Roomba to buy in 2026? Hello everyone, I'm just a dad. I have purchased over 200 robot vacuum cleaners with my own money. I am not sponsored, and I am here to tell you that the best robot vacuum cleaner to buy is not an iRobot Roomba. While we are all familiar with the name iRobot Roomba, I have purchased almost every single model starting about 3 years ago. And unfortunately, we have robots that are actually cheaper and do a better job of cleaning. And I'm here to show you exactly which ones those are. So what is the best robot vacuum cleaner to buy? Well, right now it's 2026. The best one to buy is the Mova V50. This scored the highest on my Just a Dad approved scoring system. You can see all of this on my website, justadadapproved.com. If you purchase a product off of my website or in the description, I am an Amazon affiliate. If you click on those are affiliate links. I do earn a small commission from the sale. Now, I absolutely love the Mova V50. There's several reasons which I'm going to list. First off, this is last year. It's a 2025 model, but it was a flagship back in 2025, and it is still relevant in 2026. While we have robot vacuum cleaners like the Narwhal that I'm looking over here, the Flow 2, the Roborock Saros 20. These are flagship, but they carry a flagship price because they were just released. So that's an absolute reason why I love this. Now, this is on sale right now under $700, and it's called the Complete. That's probably reason number one is price is typically on sale because it's last year's model, and they really do like to cut the price on this. But it's called the Complete because it comes with accessories. So over time, you're gonna need mop pads, brush rollers, dust bags, filters. This comes with about $150 to $200 worth of parts that you will need if you have a robot vacuum cleaner. So since it comes with those parts, that brings the price down even farther, $150 to $200. Again, I love when we can save money and get excellent robots to clean our homes. Now, reason number two is this is one of the quietest robots that I've ever tested. There is something about these wheels, whenever it is in a mopping only event, which I have mine mop my floors once a week at my home. And that brings me to the point of, I just bought my second unit because this price point I absolutely like. This is a great robot at a great price. So while I have this one at my studio so that I can test it, show you, and talk about it, I actually bought a black one for my home. So that's how much I love this robot vacuum cleaner. Now, what I was saying is when this is at my home, it does a mopping only event, and it is super quiet. Sometimes I forget that it's in the kitchen and I accidentally might step on it. It's that quiet. Now, I'm gonna go over some of the features now. This robot vacuum cleaner can vacuum and mop your house at the same time. You can do a vacuum only event, mop only event. It can leave its mop pads back at the base station. It extends one of the mop pads right up against the wall. It has an onboard water tank, so it's gonna spray water on top of the mop pads to keep them wet. The side brush can extend into the corner for corner cleaning. It's got one of the best obstacle avoidance sensors on the front that I've tested. It's not going to avoid, if your dog or cat has an accident, there's not a 100% guarantee that it's going to avoid that, but this is definitely going to do a better job than a lot of robots. It does have some stair climbing wheels that it can go over thresholds. I don't have any thresholds at my home, and I still love this robot vacuum cleaner. But if you had different levels of floor, up to about 2.5, 3 inches, I found works the best. It can actually deploy those wheels and climb into the next threshold. Mova and Dreamy have actually done a really, really good job with that feature. So you've heard me say a lot of good things about it, which I absolutely do love, and I could go on. There's about 10 more things that I could list that I absolutely love about this. But what is something that I don't like about it, or maybe doesn't do the best job? That's probably the best words. So going under furniture. Now the Mova V50 can lower its LiDAR, and it does go under furniture, but when it's in that lowered LiDAR state and going under your furniture, it just doesn't do the best job of the cleaning pattern. It's got good suction and good mopping. It's just when it's under your furniture, like a dresser that's really small, it'll go under there, and it may do 1 or 2 passes that are kind of not the best pattern and then come out. Now, if you want something that this was almost the Roborock Q-Revo Curve X was like designed to go under furniture. So that's how I know this is actually something. If you want something to go under furniture and do an excellent, really good job of cleaning when it's really low, the Curve X does an excellent job of that. Now, it's typically, it can be a $200 or $300 more robot vacuum cleaner. So Does the Curve X clean $200 or $300 more better? Well, if you need that low clearance, possibly, but just for everyday cleaning and vacuuming your home, it does not. The Mova V50, I do not vacuum or mop my home anymore. The Mova V50 is taking over the task. So I have purchased over 200 robot vacuum cleaners with my own money. Here is a sample of what I have in my basement right now. Here are some newer Roombas, some older Roombas. We've got some old Roboroks. Here's some really old Roombas. We've got Eufy, Roborock, Dreamy, Mova, Matic, Narwhal. Here's some old Roombas that are about 2 years old that have been completely retired by me. Ecovacs. We've got even some Roborocks. They're still being made, some of them, but they're just outdated. We got some Q-Revos. We got Eufy E28, the brand new Roomba 705, the Eufy S1 Pro, the 3i, Dreamy L20, and some more Roborock Q-Revos. We've got a brand new Narwhal. This is where we test them and take our notes and clean them. And we've got some retired Shark robots. So as you can see, I've purchased over 200 robot vacuum cleaners with my own money. I am not paid by these manufacturers. I say whatever I want about them. That's why when I purchased the iRobot Roombas, I thought they were going to be the best. They have some quirks and some things I don't like. But then when I started to get into these other robots that I've never heard of, Mova V50, till about a year and a half ago, I'd never heard of them, but I looked at the features and thought, well, it's worth trying out. And the price point really sold me too. And then I was absolutely blown away. If you do need to save a little bit of money, the Mova P10 Pro right here behind me, which again, the best place to find it on my website, justadadapproved.com. The Mova P10 Pro, when it's on sale, can be under $400. Now, it's almost just as good as the Mova V50, but with this price point coming down so low, and with the extra dust bags and all that you're getting with it, even lowers the price point. It's finally to the point where I'm saying, get the Mova V50 over the P10 Pro. Well, that's, if you absolutely are on a budget and you want the cheapest one that I recommend that vacuums and mops, that would be the Mova P10 Pro. It is actually, when it's on sale, it's under $400 sometimes, and that is a really good price. That was my 2025 budget pick of the year. Now, there is a Gen 2. It's just a dad approved. It's a little bit more expensive. I have a video that explains that. But this video, I just wanted to tell you that, unfortunately, while iRobot Roomba is the name, and that's probably what people Google search whenever they're looking for a robot manufacturer or a robot to clean your home, we can get much better robot vacuum cleaners for our home that are actually cheaper, do a better job of cleaning our house. And there's a third reason that I probably should have led with. It's the interface. That was one of the most frustrating parts with the iRobot Roomba. They have 2 apps out now. They have like a Generation 1 app, which was very hard to use. They've got a Generation 2 app, which is for their newer robots, and it's better, but the user interface, what I consider to be, it's a little off. It's not kind of intuitive. It's a little hard. Setup is hard. So these robots can clean the best in the world, but if we can't interface with them because they have to connect to Wi-Fi, we have to go into an app, we have to go in there and adjust settings, adjust the map. So there is some work on our part. And if it's a robot that's approved by me, I have the setup video, so I can walk you through that step by step. And what I found with the iRobot Roomba, it's just not as good. And in fact, it has a huge hassle factor, like I like to call it. I'm constantly having to close the app. I'm constantly having, it's kind of crashing. It's, oh, I don't have that features. This Mova V50 is feature rich in the app. We can change a lot of different settings. I give you my recommended settings. And then finally, if it's a robot vacuum cleaner that has my Just a Dad sticker seal of approval, I'm gonna have the cleaning video. So unfortunately, while these robot vacuum cleaners can save us a bunch of time, we do have to dedicate some time to where we clean the brush roller. There's a filter in the dustbin. We got to wash the mop roller, sometimes replace them, replace the side brush. I consider this about an every month and a half maintenance task. It takes about an hour. I have that complete video for you. And I'm going to have that on my website. My website right now is very primitive, I want to say. I'm making my website much better for you, the consumer, because if you purchase this robot, you can go to my website. When it's time to do the maintenance, I'll show you exactly which parts to buy. I'll have the OEM parts, but I also test generic parts because we can actually save a lot of money. Now, not all generics are made the same, and I do buy them with my own money, and if they're not any good, I tell you that this generic's not any good, but here are the generics that actually can save us money and are almost as good as OEM. So again, justadadapproved.com. Now for me, when it comes to finding you the best robot, it does come down to price. We have a lot of new features. We have a lot of new robots that were just released. The Roborock Saros 20. I'm looking over here, the Narwhal Flow 2. I have purchased all those robot vacuum cleaners, but they are very expensive robot vacuum cleaners right now. I love that last year was such a critical year for robot vacuum cleaners that they actually released great robots for us. And now, while this year we're getting better robots, but let's save some money on some last year models because this is last year's model and the price is going down. It has continuously gone down ever since I've started reviewing this, which makes me like it even more because it's a great robot. And now it's even cheaper. While the newer ones may be flashy and all of this and everybody's talking about them, these are just the ones behind the scenes doing the hard work and are not being much hassle. I think it looks great. I bought my second unit because this unit, as you can see, I've got it here, I'm testing, I'm displaying it for you. I bought a black one, and I think it looks really nice in black too. It's at my home right now. I've got future robots going to my home. So how does a robot get the Just a Dad sticker seal of approval? Well, I have a proven testing strategy. You can see whenever I give the approval sticker to these robots, it's a common sense dad approach. Does it clean? Does it do a good job? Is it a hassle? Did I feel like I wanted to throw it out the window? Well, you would be surprised about some Roombas about how aggravated I would get with when the app's not working, when the robot's not working. Huge, huge hassle factor. So it's got to pass that step number one. Then I've got testing that I do here in the studio. I do obstacle avoidance, but that comes down, then it also comes down to I monitor the price on these robots. So again, this one has historically been at really good prices and really good sales. So thanks everybody for watching. Again, check out my website, justadadapproved.com. If you could hit the like, subscribe button, let me know what you think of this video. Leave your comments. I do look at comments on a daily basis, and I just really appreciate everybody's support. Thanks everybody for watching. If you found this video helpful, hit the like and subscribe button. Also check out where you can find all my approved products on my website, justadadapproved.com. You'll see a little link to it here at the end of the video. If you click on that, that's going to take you right to my website.